The number one thing that you can do during the fall to help get your skin back on track, especially before the damage sets in. Remember that damage is accumulative, so it's like compounding. That damage gets worse and worse and deeper into the skin. So if you don't catch it, then one day you're gonna wake up and think, oh my God, where did this come from? This melasma or this acne or this pigmentation or these wrinkles. Well, it didn't just come up, girl. You didn't just wake up out of bed and then you're dealing with damage. It's accumulative, it's compounding. That damage is setting in over a period of time. Hello beautiful, thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. If you love this info, please subscribe. I'm Cody, the founder of Montarbo Skincare, always here to help you have the most healthy, glowing, and gorgeous skin, regardless of your age, concern, or budget. Today's video, I want to talk to you about what you can do in the fall to help your skin take it to the next level, especially if you got a little sun damage, you fell off the wagon a little bit, you had one too many Mai Tais or a little vacation. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. You know, I think some of us, including myself, have been and can be sometimes a little paranoid, a little obsessive over this stuff, and we have to remember we have to enjoy our life, we have to live our life, and the great thing about skin is that it can repair and regenerate, and the great thing about the time we live in is that you can almost do anything, everything is at your disposal and your fingertips now to be able to kind of reverse things and change things and live at our most optimal level of success in every area, including our skin. So I'm going to share what I kind of do during the fall. I was really on it this year. I had a couple things pop up, but if you've been with me for a while, I teach you how to get your skin ready for the summer, and then I teach you what to do during the summer. So you shouldn't, if you've been here a while, you should be doing okay, but you know, I get it, everybody's different, and some people forget their stuff like I did last year. I forgot my skincare and I went on to Miami, so I had to buy stuff to make up for it, but it didn't really quite do it. So I get it, things happen. So the number one thing that you can do during the fall to help get your skin back on track, especially before the damage sets in. Remember that damage is accumulative, so it's like compounding. That damage gets worse and worse and deeper into the skin. So if you don't catch it, then one day you're gonna wake up and think, oh my God, where did this come from? This melasma or this acne or this pigmentation or these wrinkles. Well, it didn't just come up, girl. You didn't just wake up out of bed and then you're dealing with damage. It's accumulative, it's compounding. That damage is setting in over a period of time. So the sooner you catch it, the better you'll be. One of the main things that I recommend using, that I do during the fall, is retinol. A lot more retinol, using twice as much sometimes, stepping it up. If you're doing 3 times, try to 5, try to get up to 7, because retinol is incredible because most people can tolerate it, most people can use it, and the industry is geniusly manufacturing and formulating retinol now so that you get the similar benefit of Retin-A without all the irritation, side effects, and cost. So, and it's also, retinol is the non-acidic form of retinoic acid, so the skin prefers it because when you use Retin-A, a lot of the skin just dumps it because it's so acidic and it can't handle it, and that's what that inflammation and irritation is, that redness, that rawness, that itchiness, is the skin like kind of being attacked with that very strong agent of retinoic acid. So that's why retinol, vitamin A, it's a form of it, is able to be tolerated on more people, and you can use more and you can get more penetration and collagen stimulation with regular use than you can with Retin-A, with retinoic acid. It takes a little longer to work. Retinol is, it's what I do now. I used to be Retin-A crazy. The next thing that I recommend that you do is you step up your exfoliation, trying to get off all of the damage that may occur and all of the buildup, all of the kind of congestion, the oil, the waxiness from the summer and the heat and the humidity, all that. Get that off by exfoliating a little bit more. Do whatever you can, whatever exfoliant you have now, for chemical over manual exfoliant, but whatever you can do, just do it and step it up a little bit more. So if you're using it only 3 times a week, step it up to 4 or 5, or if you're only using it once a day, try twice a day and see what happens and notice the difference. You want to get that congestion and that top layer of damage off of the skin as much as possible. Another thing you could do is see a professional. This is the time of year when you should come back and see your professional. Make sure you get in sooner than later so that you are really prepping yourself for the winter and the holidays and all the parties and the festivities so that you look flawless, girl. Don't try to repair your damage in the winter. Repair it now in the fall. It's the perfect time to remove damage, to prep your skin for all of those things and events that might be coming up. And then the next thing that you can do is use a skin brightener. Use a whole bunch of it. Use them way more than you normally would, especially during the summer. So if it's only 2 pumps that you use now, use 3 or 4. Try it, see what happens. Put it all over your skin and then put a little bit more in the bad areas. But using a skin brightener is imperative to use because it's going to suppress pigmentation, repair pigmentation, and brighten pigmentation. But what I really recommend that you do is that you start mixing your retinol with your brightener, and I'm going to do a whole video on this coming up. You take and put your brightener on first and then your retinol on right after, because the vitamin A will act as a little bit of a vehicle pushing that brightener deeper into your skin so that you get more absorption of the brightener, because otherwise it's just going to be like a bleacher on your skin, and then as soon as you get more sun it's going to come right back, the pigmentation. So a little recap of the things that I recommend that you can do for the fall to get your skin back on track is to use a retinoid and use a little bit more, exfoliate your skin a little bit more, whether that's with a glycolic alpha hydroxy or even just a manual scrub. Just step up your exfoliation a little bit. And then the next thing is to use a brightener, use a little bit more and using it twice a day. And then the last thing to do is to use the retinol and the brightener together, whether that is mixing it together, cocktailing them together, or you always want to put the bleacher on first or the brightener on first and then using the retinol afterwards, in my experience. I mean, I guess it would work either way, but that's kind of how I learned back in the day when I was working with Obagi products, that's what we would do. So anyway, I hope this video helps you. I hope that you are excited about fall and that you had an incredible summer and that your skin that you didn't fall off the wagon too much. And if you have any questions about today's video, feel free to ask them below. Remember to always stay gorgeous, and I'll see you soon in a new video. Bye!